It's morning and I'm just sitting on the porch looking at the beautiful view. Hey you guys, welcome back. We are on vacation right now and we just finished spending some time with our grandparents, and now we are going to explore Colorado, go see the mountains, be in a little cabin in the mountains and just explore and have fun family time, and we want to bring you guys along with us. We're Evelyn,
Isaac, Eli, Isla, Owen.
And this is On the Farm with
E-I-O.
Let's go! We left bright and early to start heading to the direction of our next Airbnb. We got a delicious breakfast. It was so good. We really enjoyed it. The first thing that we are doing today is we are heading to the Rocky Mountain National Park just to explore it a little bit. The views on the way there were really cool, and there was so much to see when you looked out your window. Over here you can tell there's a forest fire. We thought that was pretty cool. On the way we spotted some elk, so we went to go check it out, and you guys, this was so cool. These are definitely wild. They were literally in the parking lot. And then when we went over to see them, there were hundreds. They were just in here grazing in the golf course. It was really cool to see. You don't see things like that in Iowa. We made sure to stand back and give the elk their space because we didn't want them coming too close. We saw this guy looking at us, and eventually he started walking our way, so we moved, which I think was a smart idea because he's standing right where we were. We saw this mom and baby. It was just so cool to see. Okay, we are at the Visitors Center right now, and we are about to go drive through the Rocky Mountain National Park. Eli, what animal do you want to see?
Mule deer.
Moose.
Moose.
Once we got there, we were just driving around looking at all the sights in the mountains. It was really cool to see. Eventually, we got out to explore a little and stretch our legs. I climbed up this big rock, and it was really cool. I just climbed up really high. This park takes about 3 hours to drive through, and you continuously get higher and higher. This was a walkway pretty much at the top. It was really cool to see how far down everything was. Mom was definitely a little nervous driving all the way up because the roads didn't look super safe. 2 miles above sea level, 10,560 feet.
Are you okay?
Is she gonna get sick? Okay. Once we got through the park, we continued driving, and eventually we stopped at a stream to stretch our legs a little. I hear water. It was really cool. I wish we had something like this at our house, but the water was freezing straight from the mountain, that's for sure.
Gonna walk in it? No. Okay.
Something we saw there that was really cool was one of those holes that they drill before they put dynamite in them to blow up the rocks to make a spot for the road. We thought that was pretty cool. Then we got to the point where we could see snow on the mountains. That means we were definitely getting pretty high up. And then we stopped at a little town to walk around, see some sights, and get some dinner. We stopped in this rock shop because Isaac likes this kind of thing. Everything looked so breakable. I was so afraid to touch stuff because if I broke something, it would not go well for me. I have not told you guys where we are heading yet, but we are basically heading to our Airbnb. It is in the mountains and the view is really cool. It's a cabin. We were in Denver for the last few days, and so now we are going to explore some more of Colorado, and we thought this cabin was a good place to stay, so that is where we are heading, but it is a long drive. Oh gosh. This would be really fun to ride a bike on, or a horse.
Or a horse would not fit on it.
Or a horse.
Anything other than mountains.
The town we are in right now is called Breckenridge. It is a place that a lot of people like to go when they are traveling in Colorado. We thought it was really cool, and there were lots of good things to see and lots of cool little shops and also some places for dinner. We stopped at a place called Blue Stag. The food here was pretty good. The boys did get some weird things like buffalo and elk, and I of course did not eat that. The sunset here was so pretty. I could see this every day and not get bored of it. Now after we visited Breckenridge, there was a couple more hours of a drive to our cabin, but eventually we made it there. But in the meantime, we were able to watch the sunset behind the mountains.
Around the corner to the right.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Mom, don't look down. Don't look down, Mom.
Okay, 521. That's where you.
We're checking out the basement. Oh my gosh, wrong one. Don't do that. Whoa.
Whoa.
Is there another room back here?
Yeah, there
What's
is. So this is. Beware what?
Be bear aware.
I was like, don't open the door.
Oh, that scared me when I opened it. Oh, there was a step. Oh, turn the light on.
Oh, 1-0. Wow.
Cool.
Foosball this time too. Wait, what's this? Okay. Watch out, Lauren.
This is so cool. This place is so cool, you guys. I'm gonna give you a tour tomorrow. We woke up to the most beautiful view here. We were not expecting it, but it was so pretty. There's so many mountains and you can just look over at all of it. It was really cool to see. And then over here is the other side of the house. It has a really good view too. We're so high up that like my throat is dry and it's just, I got a headache. So if I'm not as active today, that's why. I just have to get used to the different area. Last night Dad had to totally strip out the car because there are bears everywhere here and we need to be really careful. This morning when we woke up, we did see some mule deer out the window just grazing. It was really cool. Now I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a cabin tour. This is what it looks like from the outside. I will link the Airbnb down below just in case you're interested. Now to get in through the main entrance, you need to go up the staircase, and up here there's a little dining area and a grill. We did not use this, but we definitely could have. It's a good family space to hang out in. Over here is the big wraparound balcony that you can see all the pretty views in. Now we're going to enter the house. Sorry ahead of time for the mess. We're trying to still get all settled in and ready. So once you go in, there is this good size dining table, a really good size kitchen, and then there's a good living room with a TV, and then there is also this fireplace that was really cool. From down here you can see there is a cool loft area upstairs, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now I'm sorry again about the mess, but this room has 2 queen size beds. Now heading upstairs, Mom and Dad's room and bathroom are up here, so I didn't show them just because I don't think they wanted me to. But there's a king size bed up there, and there's also this little loft area to hang out in. Now we showed downstairs last night, but I also wanted to show you a little bit more in depth. So there are these 4 bunk beds, which were really cool. There's a laundry room, which we very much needed. And we spent a lot of time in this game room downstairs, and that is the tour. One of the really awesome things about this place is that there's a hot tub. So Dad didn't tell us where we were going today until we were in the car because he likes to keep some surprises from us. But this morning we are driving up Pikes Peak, which is one of the tallest mountains in America. It's really high up and the air quality isn't the best up there. We are really excited to go up there and see the views, but this is another 3 or 4 hour thing, and it actually took us over an hour to get there. We are driving up the mountain. This was a map that we got for driving up there. It is 20 miles long. This was our first stop. We stopped by this lake, and there's a really good view of the mountains from below, so we decided to walk down and get some pictures. The very top of this mountain here is where we are going. Look at that view. It is so pretty. Now we are getting higher up, and I can tell over here there was a rock slide that looks a little scary. We are definitely getting up high enough now to where we are getting into the snow. It's got to be really cold out. Now look at this drop. That is crazy. There are about 4 miles left, and we are actually thinking about turning around at this point because there are no guardrails. There's nothing keeping us on this little gravel road. The drop is crazy, and if we were to fall down that, we would not make it. And what I thought was crazy was how there were bikers doing it. Mom was literally about to pass out. She was freaking out, and Dad was also very stiff holding on to the steering wheel. We were definitely all a little bit nervous, and it was really cool but also terrifying. But we didn't give up, and eventually we made it to the top. We made it! It's so cold!
I'm
Our ears were popping up here so much. I'm sure that yours would be too if you were listening to this sound for a few hours. By the time we made it up to the top, we were definitely all lightheaded and really dizzy. We went into the gift shop, and just thinking about how the employees that work up there are literally driving up and down this road every day is a terrifying thought. Like, that would be so scary. It was a really cool experience, but by the end of this, we decided we are never going to do it again. And then we went to this place called the Garden of the Gods to look at the trails and just enjoy the views here. I heard someone say that the holes in the rocks, birds live in those, so that was kind of cool. We saw this deer back in there. We've been seeing lots of wildlife here, and that's probably one of our favorite things about this trip. Look at how pretty this is. It was so cool.
Hi!
Hi!
Hi up there!
Hi up there!
Then we saw this guy climbing up there. That would be terrifying.
Jump!
Woo! Was that fun?
Yeah.
It's morning and I'm just sitting on the porch looking at the beautiful view. We are going swimming in the hot tub. Yes!
Don't like.
You don't like hot tubs? Okay, well, let's try it.
Whoa!
What?
The bubbles are getting you.
Fun?
Yeah.
So this morning we went into the hot tub, and then after that we got ready and then had lunch, and now we are leaving somewhere and we have no idea where, which is to be expected because Mom and Dad like to have lots of surprises when we go on vacation. So we'll see where we're going. On the way to our next destination, Mom and Dad decided we would take the scenic route, which was definitely a good idea. Look at how pretty this is. We are about at the bottom of the mountains, driving on a little gravel road. It was a really cool experience, and the sights were just so pretty down here. You could see lots of fall colors in the plants. The road we were driving on is called Shelf Road. It took us a long time to get through it, probably at least 2 hours. It had lots of twists and turns, and it was just a dirt road. We all thought this view was really pretty. There is a cliff face coming up, and it has a hole in it. You can definitely see on the side of the mountains all the fall colors in the plants. Now we're getting closer to it. Look at how pretty that is. It's so gorgeous. We did hit some spots where we were pretty high up, and there was a good drop beneath us, but it was nothing compared to Pikes Peak, so we were definitely prepared for this. Before that, Mom would have been going crazy, but not anymore. We did see some random houses scattered throughout here, and Mom said she would love to live here, and we all agreed.
Are we moving?
Do you want to show the temple?
Is it cool?
Hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Well, I think by now you can tell that we are on a train. We are on the Royal Gorge train, and we are riding through the gorge. It's really cool because we're on the bottom of the mountains looking up at them. And Oren loved this. Right here is an old water pipe that they use to transport water. We thought that was really cool to see. Again, you guys, the views here are beautiful and the water here is so clear. We made our way to the outside car and this was really fun. We got to see everything without walls around us. The guide told us that the black strip in the mountains was from volcanic activity a bunch of years ago. We think the people that lived in these old houses worked the water pipes. This experience was altogether so cool and so fun to see. If you visit Colorado, I really recommend trying this. You got to follow the river the whole entire time. There was so much to see, and the people were explaining us everything. And you guys, guess what we saw at the end? It was so cool. We saw big horned sheep. It was so amazing. We all really wanted to see these on our vacation, and we did. And those were all our adventures for today.
Got some deer friends out here this morning.
Today is our last day here in Colorado, and we are doing something a little bit different. Today we are going to go gold panning. The little kids have been asking to do this all week, and so we decided to do it today. But don't worry, the place we are going to pan is open for the public, and you don't need a license to go there. We are doing it in the same river that we were going by yesterday in the Royal Gorge, but we're just going to a different area for it. Eventually we made it down to the river. We did have to buy a lot of supplies beforehand, and we did not come down here having no idea what we were doing. Dad did this when he was younger with our great-grandpa, so he has some experience and he knew what he was doing. We definitely did find some gold, but only a few flakes. We definitely did not score big today, but it was a really fun experience, and I'm glad we did it.
So the gold thing was kind of a bust. We didn't find that much, but that's okay. We found lots of fool's gold for sure. We don't know how much actual gold we found though. But yeah, we did that for 2 hours, and now we are hungry.
Then we spent about a couple hours in the car. I had no idea what we were doing here, but apparently the boys did because they were really excited to come here. This was literally a kid's dream. Mom and Dad just handed us baskets and said, "Here you go." It was really fun. Isla was definitely not being shy on filling her basket. Mom and Dad were kind of urging us kids to get some candy that we couldn't get at home because this stuff was pretty expensive. We ended up spending almost $200 here, and Mom and Dad both agreed that we would probably not be doing this again, but it was a really fun one-time experience, and it was some fun stuff to bring home. There were some weird flavors of soda. Eli got the buffalo wings, but mustard? That's disgusting.
We have been doing tons of packing recently, and now it's about 7:20 and we're getting ready to go into the hot tub one last time. We are leaving tomorrow morning, and I'm really excited to go back to the animals and just, I don't know, be home. Heading to the hot tub. Oh my gosh, what are they doing?
It's hot! It's hot!
It's hot?
Okay, it's hot for a second, then it gets cool.
Well, you guys, that was our amazing trip to Colorado. We only go on a family vacation about once a year with all the farm animals at home, but this trip was a really good one, and whenever we do go on that trip, we always have to try out everything. We literally explored the whole Colorado. It was so much fun, and we just loved spending time as a family. And notice how we didn't really spend time in buildings or anything. We were out in nature and God's beauty, just exploring and enjoying it. And it was really fun and a good family time, and even Oren enjoyed it. He loved the train ride. I'm really so grateful for every one of you guys, and I am so happy to just be able to share my life with you and just show you all of God's beauty on the farm and the places we visit. Please subscribe so that you don't miss any of our farm adventures or anything like that. Again, we are so grateful for you guys. Love from our farm to your home.